distinguished personalities assembled here. His Excellency John Dramani Mama will have loved to hear, especially because of the team. We all know his international role in climate change. I would love to hear. More so when the team is linked to the Pukroputi power. Very essential, eh? So as a lover of climate change, and as somebody who will be contesting election, he would have loved to hear himself. Unfortunately, you know, around this time, we are crisscross country. He's not around. So he asked me to step in for him. It shows the importance he attached to this program. And he gave me a speech. I don't know whether I should read a speech or from the discussions, I should also chip in what I've heard. Okay, so I will see. It's a very interesting discussion. I've enjoyed the discussion. And I think that we should continue with programs like this. So what I have here is from him, but in between may keep in one or two things from the way I also see it. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to address you today at the Climate for Peace Dialogue, an initiative that holds profound significance as we approach the Ghanaian elections of 2024. Our gathering today underscores a critical intersection of our time, that is climate change, youth participation, and peace building. Each of these pillars is crucial in shaping a sustainable and prosperous future for our beloved nation. Climate change is one of the most pressing issues of our era. Its impacts are no longer a distant threat, but a present reality, affecting communities across Ghana and the globe. And recently, we all witnessed what happened in Ghana in the Volta region and the relationship to poverty as you have in your team. From unpredictable weather patterns disrupting agriculture to rising sea levels, threatening our coastal communities, the evidence is irrefutable. As the youth, you stand at the forefront of these challenges, and your active participation is essential in driving the change we need. However, addressing climate change is not just about mitigating environmental impact. It's also about fostering peace and stability. The competition for draining resources such as water and arable land can fuel conflict. By prioritizing sustainable development, we are not only protecting our environment, but also promoting peace and security. This dialogue is a testament to our commitment to this intertwined goal. As we move towards the 2024 election, your role as young Ghanaians is more critical than ever. The future of our nation rests in your hands, and your voices can be heard. Voting is not merely a civic duty. It is a powerful tool for change. It is through your participation that we can ensure our leaders are held accountable for their actions on climate change and peace building. Sometimes the question we ask ourselves, young men, if you want to change government, you can change government, and you know that. You have the power. You know? But like we all know, democracy, seriously, if you want to understand it and you want to participate in it, then democracy is about welfare. about welfare. And welfare simply means that you expect the politicians to meet your expectation, at least come closer to it. So in a situation where you sell that power just to allow the politician to have his way, maybe the politician is some old man who doesn't even care about your future, but what he cares about is how to sit in the chair. And you sell your vote. Then, of course, I don't know who we have to blame. I think that something we have to be looking at. I gave an example some time ago where I'm at East Legon. In my house, we are 4. My wife, myself, and my 2 children who are the youth. So we have to vote in this house, in that house. It will be 2-2. Maybe I may veto as the father. But I moved to my family house in Nkommo. In one compound house, we have about 100 people. And they are the young ones. So then what I told them, my brothers and sisters, in my house, we are only 4, so I have 4 votes in my house. You have 100. So you can change things, you can change me. Why do you expect me to give you 20 Ghana cedis for 4 people to sit on 100 people? So it is the identification of what we want in life that has pushed us to this level. And we must define exactly what we think welfare is. To be able to define it properly, then we will be giving the politicians a job to do. Very often we over-pamper them. The youth of today will over-pamper the politician. So sometimes you are used. And when a politician tells you 1 + 1 is 6, depending upon your political party, you can say yes or no. But you know 1 + 1 is not 6. And if you don't present the facts correctly, there cannot be development in our country. The country cannot move. I gave a funny example, and please forgive me for this example. Where I live, if a strong, everybody knows I'm NDC. So if a known MPP man comes to my house and maybe he attends nature call just in front of my house, and I complain today, this is hypothetical, okay? And I complain. Those from the NDC and will support me. Why actually did this to you? Those from other end will say, you should shut up. Tomorrow the man should come again. This is where we have moved our country to. And we are the young ones. What can we do about this? I like young ones who normally attend programs like this because they are forming the intellectual community. And you have critical mind and critical thinking. Please, let's use it. Let's use it to change this country. Let's use it to move this country forward. When I was a vice chancellor at the University of Professional Studies, we have what we call the student SRC election. And very soon you'll hear, vote for me and I'll shake the vice chancellor. Vote for me and I'll do this. They vote for me and I'll do that. Very interesting student manifesto. And I normally sit in my office and I hear all. But what I do is that I try to talk to them not to allow political party politics to infiltrate into their ranks. Because your first political party in the school is the students' movement. And you are standing election to help the students. So what has politics got to do? Finish it. Finish school. And then you can decide, when you move out, which party. There are times that you even make mistakes when you join a political party on campus. You come out and you want to go to the right political party, and a friend there will tell people that, no, this man on campus wasn't. So you don't even move forward. So you don't do that on campus. I used to tell them. To be SRC president, MDC, MPP, I was very comfortable. But the good thing is that they push me to perform. They push me to perform. So I could go to the students' washroom, stand there, If it is in bad with the normal, this thing that I just called the development officer, I want to see you around the students' washroom. Can you use this? Please clean it. Because if I don't do that, the student will also come after me. We have asked them to push me to perform. This is what we expect the youth of today to do to politicians, and they will perform for you. To effectively raise awareness and encourage youth participation, we must address several key areas. One, education and awareness, and we heard that. Understanding the complexities of climate change and its impact on peace and development is fundamental. We must invest in educational programs that inform and empower the youth about these issues. Schools, universities, and communities and community organizations should collaborate to provide comprehensive knowledge and practical skills. Awareness campaign, leveraging social media, like they said it right here, and other platforms can also play a significant role in reaching a wider audience. The second is empowerment and involvement. Youth empowerment goes beyond providing information. It involves creating opportunities for active participation. This means involving young people in policy-making process, climate action initiative, and peace-building efforts is very essential for us. Establishing youth councils, providing platform for dialogue like we have, and supporting youth-led projects are essential steps in this direction. Your idea and vision can drive sustainable solutions. Then the third is sustainable practice and innovation. Adapting sustainable practice in our daily lives and communities is very crucial. Encouraging the use of renewable energy, promoting sustainable agriculture, and reducing waste are actions that everyone can take. Moreover, supporting green technologies and innovation led by the youth can pave the way for a greener future. You know, when I was, again, I like using practical examples. When I was VC and we're reorganizing the University of Professional Studies, I believe it's still there. I believe they are using it. The waste, the human waste, I created a system where it could generate gas for use of the university community. I did a similar thing in my own house, but unfortunately, we are only 4. And maybe if I want it to work very well, then I have to import human waste. Then I have to close the whole thing. But you see, to have that awareness, in my house, I have that, but it's not working well because we are not many. I have a borehole with reverse osmosis, and I produce my own water. And I have the solar. So when you complain of your bills, I sleep. And these are the things that we must learn. You know, sometimes we have to push people to learn and to change their way of life. In the late 1990-91, I was a student, doing my second master's at the University of Strathclyde in Glasgow. I was sponsored by the British Council at that time. In my student hostel, we have to buy the credit for the electricity. So when you are moving out, you have to put off your light. You know, our mentality when we leave the student hostel, we leave lights off. So I had to go to an environment where I have to pay myself. So, and we're about 4 or 5 in a flat. Everybody had a cubicle and 2 washrooms. And there are a lot of that there. We had one. My department, which was a marketing department, was on the hill. Very steep hill. that when you go to the department, you don't like to come down until after lectures. Now, I was in lecture hall one day, and somebody told me that I left my lights on. Left my lights on. Now, the opportunity costs have to apply here. Whether I should leave the lecture hall and miss the lecture, go down to put off my light and come back. I believe in the university in Ghana those days, we sit in the lecture hall. I left the lecture hall, went down to my hostel, opened my door, and my light was already off. But you see, just the thought of it, that maybe I left it. So now my duty is to climb that hill again in Scotland, that university. Now you see, so I came home after that, I completed, and I was rebuilding the University of Professional Studies. And I was building a hostel for them. In those days, students were complaining, university user fee and all that. Then I told myself, the new hostel that we are building, I will meter every room, and over 300 rooms. I will meter every room. It was based on my experience at the University of Strathclyde in Glasgow. You follow? So we learn things, we listen to things, let's put them into practice. So as you see the hostel there, if you like, you can go and buy fridge. You can put in air conditioning. You will pay your own bill. So when other universities were complaining, light bill and all that, I had no complaint. My students were paying for that. And that was good training. When you move out of the university campus, it's something you take home when you get to. And these are things that I think, I don't know whether there's anyone who here from UPSA, but that was every room. Is it true? What I'm saying, is it true? So you paid for your bill, eh? So these are all changes that we should know in life. Now, building a culture of peace. Peace is the foundation upon which progress is built. As you approach the election, it is vital to promote a culture of peace and tolerance. Tolerance is very key here. Political discourse should be based on respect and understanding, not division and conflict. Initiatives that foster dialogue between different groups. Initiatives that foster dialogue between different groups resolve conflict amicably and promote unity and peace. Remember, peace is not just the absence of conflict, but the presence of justice and equality. From the discussion, I heard something. They said, how do you promote peace? Or, and the moderator or somebody said sometimes you look at it from the surface. When you want to promote peace and there's no justice, it will be very difficult. It's very difficult. So our institutions must be strong enough to support peace. So even when you have a problem with somebody and you go to court, you are sure of justice. I don't know whether we have it now, but equally important as a people, as you grow, we are living, you will come after us. If you follow what we are doing today and the damage that politicians are causing to this economy, and you keep quiet and you listen to them, and you think, yes, it's about pass and protocol. So, my team has won. Let me jubilate. My team has won. Let me jubilate. You jubilate and jubilate and jubilate. And when it gets to your time to run the affairs of this country, there will be no country to run. I assure you. The way we are going, if you continue to jubilate and just support because you think it's pass versus protocol, and you continue to jubilate and jubilate and jubilate, when it gets to your time, there will be no country to run. And the patience that you people have for us today, that you are not marching into our rooms to slap us, your younger ones do not have that patience for you. I hope you get me clear. Your younger ones do not have patience for you. So it is your responsibility today to ensure that politicians are made to work to do the right thing. Yes, you bear it, and we shall leave the sin, and you take over. In conclusion, I'll just give a very funny story about the conveyance of peace sometimes. I like giving funny stories when I'm presenting a lecture, even when I was teaching. You know? Like the issue of climate change. Where there's a problem coming, you see that peace must come for a collective solution to the problem. If the water is moving the sea is moving this way, and there's something we have to do, we need to be peaceful, to come together, to think, to know how to solve it. Is that not true? So this is like a story I was told some time ago, where a man had 2 wives. And they were always quarreling. The man had no peace. Always quarrel. Oh, you come from work, quarrel. So he sat one day and he tried to find a solution. What was the solution? He had to marry a 3rd wife. That was his solution. So he married the 3rd wife. One day he came from work and he saw that the 1st and 2nd wife, they were conversing, laughing. There was unity. The master said, this one is dangerous. He stuck all the 2 and left only one. Because that was dangerous. For the 2 to unite, it's not possible. In conclusion, as we stand on the brink of the 2024 election, let us be reminded that the future of Ghana is intrinsically linked to the actions we take today. Climate change and peace building are not separate issues, but part of a holistic approach to sustainable development. The youth of Ghana are not just the leaders of tomorrow. You are the leaders of today. Your participation, your voice, and your action are vital in shaping the resilient and prosperous future for our dear nation. On this note, on behalf of His Excellency John Mama, we thank you for inviting us, and we assure you from our part of the National Democratic Congress that we shall be very peaceful, we shall be civil, and we also invite all other players in the game to do same. Thank you very much.